Okay, so no, I don't want that. I want that. There we go. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Once again, we welcome you to another episode of the Triquetra. I am, of course, the Goon. Once again, joined by the lovely Noir and fine gentlemen that we have with us as well. The Roaring Roxy. We are once again going to be looking at Petscop. We have a 4 videos. We're starting at number 12 today, in which we're going to be going through and doing our usual analysis.
Indeed.
Oh yes. So before we get started, do we have anything that we want to discuss? Is there anything that we need to talk about? Anything that's been sort of in the news, or anything that we want to get out there, or at least in the creepy ARG world?
Huh. Petscop is cool.
Well, that's sort of a gimme there, but yes, that is correct.
There's not really much else going on, is there?
No, nothing new in your
Everyone
guys'...
else is boring. Everyone else sucks.
Yeah.
Well, there is some evidence for that.
There's been loads going on. There's been loads.
There has been.
Generally, in ARG territory, there's always something going on.
It has been fairly interesting, and there has been a bit of activity lately, especially with a few new channels jumping up. And considering that this may be the last Petscop video that we look at, we might want to start considering other channels that we want to analyze.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something on Hi, I'm Mary Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary Mary. Ooh, that'd be fun to go through and analyze.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Hi, I'm Mary
That might be
Mary.
interesting.
Yep.
However,
Yep.
I think Expo might kill us.
Why?
I'm joking. But
Oh.
yeah, I believe that he's covered Hi, I'm Mary Mary.
Yeah, but I mean, you cover Petscop and I cover Petscop. We can both cover the same things. Who cares?
Yes, I know.
Everyone's free to look at whatever they want at all times, of course. That's yeah. There's no
But yes.
dibs or anything just because someone did something. Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely sounds interesting. So, and I've not covered it or anything like that, so it'll be my first time actually seeing it.
Okay.
So that'll be...
Okay, so we have 2 weeks, of course, to discuss this still, but there are a few others out there that I just want to put out there for the sake of argument, of course. Hi, I'm Mary Mary is a good one. We could also try to go through the Twitter timeline of The Sun Vanished, which has been fairly active. There have been a couple other comers lately, including Local 58 and Channel 7, which I
58.
Local 58's been kind of on my radar there a little bit as well too. I've been kind of keeping tabs.
Oh, has it
on
now?
Yeah, I've been keeping tabs on it. You know, it's been interesting.
It's on my radar as well.
So maybe something worth looking at there too. Analyze some quality television broadcasting at some point, perhaps. But yeah.
Well, I have something planned.
Oh, really? Now you have my interest.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what it is, am I?
No, of course not. I'm not shocked at all. Someone in the chat has suggested, "Don't hug me, I'm scared."
Yeah, that's good.
I'd be interested in going through with that at some point as well. You know, maybe we should come up with a little. We almost need to sit down outside of this at some point, and come up with a little short list of things that we want to look at.
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we'll definitely get on that. After this, the three of us will kind of stop and have a little bit of a talk. We'll make a few little arguments and see if there's anything that really catches our eye. But for now, I guess it's time that we look at our old friend Paul and see what kind of wacky shenanigans he's getting himself into.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to start with Petscop 12. As always, of course, if there's anything anyone wants to say, please interrupt the video. I will pause it, I will stop it, and we will continue along and talk about what we need to. Okay?
Good idea.
Okay, here we go. So we had a jump cut there.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's old triangle head.
Yeah. There's something about that though.
Oh yeah? Go ahead.
All right, so I think it was either Noir or somebody else told me, but like the new maker is wearing a mask, and underneath the mask is the triangle head, because it's the exact same shape. But I mean, I don't know.
It wasn't
I
me
looked...
who actually came up with that, by the way.
It was?
No, it wasn't me. It was someone else. I can't remember the name of it, but there's a video on YouTube of someone who was doing it as a joke, taking the head off and showing the prism. But it turns out the geometry is exactly the same.
Oh, that's interesting. I'd never really noticed that before. Huh.
I'm looking at it now, and I'm trying to see how it works out, but I don't exactly see it fitting in.
Well, there is quite a few theories when it comes to the new maker avatar appearance as well. Of course, one of the big ones out there being that it has shared elements from multiple characters. Of course, we have the red triangle on the front, the greenish head, the green body, the lack of arms. I think that the new maker avatar isn't meant to represent one person. I think it's meant to represent essentially all of them, and you're playing through some sort of amalgamation that they went through.
Yeah.
Anything else?
The new maker just is very ugly.
It's a very bizarre looking character. It really is.
Yeah.
It's the ugly truth.
And we get something interesting here as well that happened in a previous video. If you look at Paul right now, or the new maker avatar, whatever you want to call it, his feet have disappeared again. There's something here in this place that is blocking that we don't know about.
I always assumed it was just like, the game was like it was made well, but sort of hastily, and sometimes just glitches out.
It is it is possible, absolutely. But
yep.
Let's press on. Weird audio cue there.
Mm-hmm. Rescued.
So clearly she is still imprisoned somewhere.
Yeah. I was just about to say that the messages keep coming up, but like in the later installments, there's no messages from Rainer to Tiara or Belle.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting as well to focus on the fact that clearly Belle does know Mike, because the first thing that Belle goes to straight after is Mike's grave.
Yeah.
She knew where it was.
Knows exactly where it is.
Made a beeline for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she's playing the demo sequence. Okay.
But that raises the question there then, is this actually Belle playing it, or is this one of those demo sequences, as we learn later on, that Paul was able to manipulate through in-game commands being recorded by the game?
Yeah.
So it's still vague in that sense, but it's definitely something that was intended in-game for Belle.
Yeah.
Well, if we go based off, obviously, the revelation of Petscop 14, basically any demo sequence is sort of is going on at the exact same time, just somewhere else. It's just another plane of existence, essentially.
There's some sort of, yeah. It's like there's these things are happening concurrent to one another. They're parallel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one thing though, is that if Bell's playing this demo sequence right now, and he just said that like it's played for 1,500 hours type thing, and that's like 17 years.
Yes.
So, because if Paul's playing it like today, right now, that would make sense if like the game was left running on a PS4. No, not PS4. What the hell? A PS1. But if she's the one playing it right now, then what does that mean for the time?
Well, it kind of goes back, I think, to that question of not knowing where she is or what's going on with her. Because if you remember, they do mention that she was put in the machine. It's just referred to as the machine, and we have no idea what that is. It's possible that this machine has been running for all these years, and maybe she's still alive.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sort of an analogy for her life by the scenes of it. Her life once inside the machine.
It is.
Clearly, in this case, it obviously in regard to these seconds and hours, is the console.
So that would mean that like, if this wasn't her entire life, she's either in there for 17 years or she is 17 years old type situation.
That would mean, yeah, if the game started at her birth, all dependent.
Yeah.
It's again, we only have the room to assume in this case, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let's keep going here, I guess. The red numbers wiggle.
They do.
Do they all do that when they're red?
I don't think so.
Oh, and look at the number of seconds that's been recorded. It's an odd number.
Oh.
And the even number below is blue. It all connects again.
Ha.
Would Petscop be a fun game to play and not dissect to the bare bones? You know what? That's a. I don't know. It's definitely a puzzle. And I
was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game isn't really. It's more. It's less of a story, really. No, it's basically what I mean, because I'm very tired.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
But yeah, basically, it's less about the gameplay elements. It's more about the story itself, and the story is the puzzle.
It kind of reminds me of a walking simulator.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. This line here and the previous one are really what got me on the train when it comes to the idea of someone being put into the game. Can you still look around the room? Is there still a room? It almost seems to be asking to see if they've been fully immersed into the digital system now. Maybe that's just me reading a little too deep into it, but that's sort of... I want to think that someone is actually in this game. That's not just these recordings. It seems like that would just be too much of an explanation.
Yeah. As if the game itself has become sentient.
Yeah.
By the fact that it has... Well, it's got Bell in it.
Something in it, yeah. A ghost in the shell, if you will.
Yeah.
But with no...
But not Marvin.
Not Marvin.
So this part correlates with Petscop 3, I believe.
Really?
Hmm.
What, the pattern that he walks around in here?
Well, sort of the similar actions, really.
Hmm.
By the fact that he goes to the thing and then he says, you know, there's something that I need to put in here. But everything seems jumbled up at the same time.
Right. Yeah, this is... Yeah, I remember this. This is the part that syncs up with it. I remember this. So every time it makes that tone, that would be Marvin's voice then, wouldn't it?
No, that would be Raina.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Rainer's the programmer, and he's leaving like actual notes in the game with the dialogue box. But Marvin uses P to talk, so.
Been thinking about it a little bit. Is it possible that Marvin and Rainier are the same person?
Ooh.
That is something that has been thrown around.
So in the end, he'd be like exposing his own crimes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a guilty conscience. Oh, there's also that theory. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, obviously. Pretty sure everyone's noticed that before.
The happy birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that it tries to go to it, but then cuts, and then the next line comes on anyway.
Yeah, it's been censored once again.
But has it, though? Because it starts with I'm.
I guess that'd be the blank spot on the inside menu, the pause menu, when he's going through the collected pets. Someone's apparently tracking Marvin in Petscop 14. I'm gonna have to look at those comments in a bit. So yeah, kind of an interesting little point to the end there. Where'd it go? If you hadn't given up halfway, you would be Tiara. This is not what happened, and now I'm gone. So
there's the theory that Alta in the Discord had proposed as well.
Go
the
on.
fact that there seems to be a lot of references to two people being the exact same age, for instance.
Right.
And it would work with, obviously, there's two sisters, which is Jill and, well, who we're assuming to be Jill and Tiara.
Okay, interesting.
Who were both sisters, so they could very well be twins.
That's
There's also Karen
could
Paul.
also very well be twins, and Marvin and Raina could also be twins.
They could be. That's true. They do say that yeah, they do say that Marvin, or sorry, not Marvin, that Rainier was older than everyone else, but we don't know how young he was when his brother died as well. We don't know how old he was when Micheal was dead. You know, we make assumptions based upon the appearances of was it Tonith, Randus, and all those guys with the concept of the baby half brother and all that. That there's definitely an age gap, but that could be false. That could be something that we've simply made an assumption of.
Yeah. Well, pretty much everything by this point is an assumption.
Yeah, that's
awkward.
So shall we press on to the next video?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about these ones without the future videos to kind of reflect on them.
There's one thing though I want to like mention, sort of.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I just like, I don't know if it's related to this video too, but you know how, like, he just said, "Now I'm gone," and there's other things where people assume that Rainer killed himself because of just the way he talks about himself.
Right, the whole go check the bathroom thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know that dialogue where I think it was in Petscop 11. He goes in. We assume it's Rainer talking to the mother, and he's like, "Can I use your bathroom?" And she's like, "Sure." What if that's when he killed himself?
That's I think that's sort of what's been assumed on it, and that's why we get the situation of him locking himself in the bathroom and then leaving the game out there for someone to play with the message in it of, "Now go check your bathroom." They're gonna go in there and find a dead body, or maybe he used the bathroom to escape. Maybe there's a way out of that room that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Well, based on that, something to just dissuade from that is the kidnapping itself. When we see the sort of flashback kind of thing with the window taking care, then he heads into the bathroom himself, then comes out of the bathroom to go into the garage.
That's right.
Huh.
Go and check your bathroom.
I guess that's obviously he's either seen Marvin in the bathroom or he's done something to. Oh, sorry, not Marvin. He's seen something of Rainer in the bathroom, or he's done something to Rainer in the bathroom.
Right. God, it's dark and creepy. God, it's just.
Of course it is.
Well, yeah.
The whole thing's dark and creepy by this point. Look at it. It's got a vignette.
It really does. My God, we need like a little highlight reel of, like, you know, the best of Petscop gameplay, like, you know, they do with Game Grumps and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Of just like, here's the part where he finds the dead body. Oh.
But also, like,
I think the top moment would probably be that's a dead kid.
That's a dead
yes.
kid. Yeah.
That's like the only Petscop meme that's catched on a little bit.
That's a dead kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is something that, okay, he's going to push the bucket into the other room and paint the wall here.
Yeah.
Previously, the bucket was filled with, what was it, the cloud from upstairs, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to create a link here that, wavy. I'm trying to create a link here, but I think I'm pushing a little too hard. But now he's using whatever is in the bucket. Oh, no, wait, sorry, which would have been the black tool at this time. Nope, never mind. I'm thinking too far ahead. Because he used the black tool then to paint the wall.
Yeah.
To cover something up. But yeah,
Damn
anyway,
it.
damn it, I was thinking there was something there that wasn't. But let's keep going anyway. There's that vibrating dingle bob on the table. That's a chair with someone standing behind it, it looks like, isn't it?
Can you go back?
Finally made some progress.
Okay, I'm gonna go back here and we're gonna take a look at that because that was quite odd. I'm just gonna
put the video in full screen.
This is as big as I can get without it screwing up in my
oh yeah, okay.
video, unfortunately. My name is the perfect description for the profile. Thank you. Okay, I get back just enough. Come on.
This will be fun.
That's not it.
Oh man.
Where is it? It's right here. It comes right here. Yeah, if you lighten it really hard, it looks like there's maybe a chair with someone crouched behind it. Am I the only one who sees that, or has it been interpreted by someone else?
I see a few
someone
things.
Has up the brightness for it and the contrast.
Yeah, this is.
I can't remember what's in it.
I'm gonna zap a fucking print screen of this for later on.
Yeah. Maybe after
this is slowly becoming nostalgia for me now.
Well,
how?
Well, It's
The
been...
whole bit when Paul speaks in Petscop 13. It's only a couple of months ago, but everything's going so quickly.
It really...
Recently.
Yeah.
It feels like years ago that I covered Petscop 13. So it's like, oh, I remember when I actually put my hands over my mouth and went, revelation.
It's to steal a line from Marble Hornets, so much more than time has been lost.
Can you scroll down just a bit? I want to see what date it was.
For this video?
Like when,
this video was posted on March 11th, 2018.
Oh my god, I remember when it came out. I was in the airport for like Utah. And I remember it came out and I was like so pissed off because I was like, damn it, I won't be able to cover it in time. I didn't know Noir at the, I wasn't like friends with Noir, and I was like, fuck, he's gonna do it before me.
You were trying to compete with me. Oh dear.
Not really, more just like a friendly little rivalry of who can post the video first.
Oh, but what you need to learn about me, and something that actually, just to delve away a little bit, it's something that's been asked a lot with obviously fan theories and stuff, because I get them out so quickly. The Petscop video specifically. Everyone seems to think that I'm in on it or something.
No.
And they're like, how do you do this so quickly? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's because as soon as the video appears, I've got it on my screen, I've got a script up, and I'm already writing.
You're good at what you do, man. You're good at what you do.
It's because Noah has no life. Come on, you guys.
Exactly. I have no life.
Oh boy. All right, let's keep this going here and see what happens with Blue Tool.
Oh, I also...
We finally made some progress.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just another thing about the whole uploading thing. Is that, like, at the time, you know, my computer was stolen because someone broke into my house.
Oh, Jesus.
And when...
I'm seeing that.
Yeah. So, when it came out, not only was I, like, pissed off that I was, like, in the United States, but I was pissed that when I'd come back, I wouldn't be able to make a video. And I was, like, in the airport, just sitting down, like, when I get home, I'm gonna have to, like, clean up the kitchen because there's, like, glass all over the floor and there's no door.
Oh, Jesus. That's the worst.
It was a strangely funny but really depressing situation.
I live in a giant
bucket. At least you can make light out of it.
I live in a giant bucket. It says it looks like there's a screaming face up in the top left corner. I'm going to see if I can brighten that video screen afterwards and put it onto my Twitter, see if anything comes of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for now, here we go.
I think. Well, just have to figure out what to do with it.
See, this is odd. Did someone sync the audio to something else or what? Because he is still in the demo screen and playing it now.
Huh.
You know, it probably has to do with
So is this
thing
synced footage that someone put on, or is this him playing the demo?
Yeah, that's the weird thing about it.
That's the shit that drives me up the wall.
Because obviously he talks in 14 about the fact that the things that we see on the screen are not the things that he saw. So obviously he's not playing the demo, he's playing the game normally. But yet this is exactly the same.
Yeah, I kind of interpreted it a different way.
Go ahead.
Like,
yeah, these two are definitely...
Here, I'll pause it. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Oop. Sorry, I gotta actually click on it there.
I think when he said that he sees things differently, just like a few small things are different. Like, to him the door was not open, but to us it was. Or sometimes if he's reading something like on a little dialogue box, he sees the words differently. But I don't think the entire game for him is different.
Kind of like how was it that one billboard inside took away agency from the pets.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Okay, that would make sense. That'd be interesting.
And I think he, like, I don't know if, like, there's settings in the game, but I think he can activate demo reels and play them as, you know, as he's, like, recording himself.
Well, from what he said, by the scenes of it, it's probably similar to the old way that PS1 games worked. when they had the title screen on, it would cycle through different demo sequences.
Yeah.
This somehow is just hooking it up so... Well, he's probably got some way to trigger it while he's so he can watch it on demand, or I don't know, maybe there's something else that we're not seeing here.
Well, he mentioned in 14 that basically he had to wait for ages until the specific one popped up.
Oh, that's right. That is correct.
But either way, I'm gonna stop talking about 14 now. We're coming up to 14.
Yeah.
We will get that, yeah.
Blocking it. Don't know what that means. I can use that. Right, so it comes up.
So that there would be the gift plane arch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the second the tool passes through it, it goes up. As if it's being pulled.
Oh. Wow, okay.
Obviously, the bucket as well being a sort of reference to drowning.
Yeah.
This is...
Black tool jumps onto the table, and now the grass chains are gone.
Is that like a speaker?
Yeah, I think it is, but I'm trying to figure out what that vibrating stuff all over it was before.
I thought, because, like he picked up, went to it and he got tool pieces from it, those little things he collects. I thought it was just that, like, in there. Or I thought it was like a potted plant.
That would make sense if that was like a small potted plant or something like a bonsai tree. And if the pieces, that would suggest then that the pieces are organic matter, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I think he says you need to collect like 1,000 pieces to fix machine off school wall. And just like looking at them, they kind of look like little machine parts, so I don't think they're organic.
Yeah, but we've also had situations before, like in the windmill, when the tool went and hit the dancer within, and then he gets a stack of pieces.
Yeah.
So it's really in question there.
Maybe the pieces just are like whatever the heck it needs to be. Like there's, like the new maker, he's not supposed to be a specific character, but he just like represents everybody.
That would make sense, yeah.
Okay, this is a new file. It might have occurred to you, as it occurred to me, that these rooms are... this room and the house are counterparts.
Did Wavy always make that
They
noise?
both have this bucket.
Yeah.
They're shaped similarly, so I thought I would try out
But the thing is, there's no
what we did
music,
before. This bucket is no need to move around.
which means that the code's already been
Yeah.
input.
Which means what, sorry?
And it
Code
worked.
has already been input.
That's
I'm not
right.
gonna be able to get this through it. Okay.
And once again, we're on the demo screen.
Can I? This is working out pretty well.
There's something here that kind of makes no sense
I'm
to me,
feeling
though.
some doubt because this,
Okay, look, that cube there on the earlier when he's doing the thing with the tool. That's the cube for this room. I mean,
is.
like the little symbol.
Yeah, it syncs up there perfect, yeah. There is one other thing I kind of want to draw attention to, and here, let's see if I can... I need to go back to actually the previous room to show it, unfortunately. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want you to look to the left of the screen. Look right where the arrow is, where the cursor is.
Yeah?
There's a gap there. There's an opening right there.
Oh my god.
And actually, if you look, there's an umbrella, and there's something else with the wall here.
Yeah, was that always there?
That has been there since the beginning, as far as I know, but it was just brought to my attention the other day. So, I want to know, even actually, if you look at the way the floor run, or the corner of the room runs along the floor. When you get to that section, there's a gap right there. There is, in fact, an opening, maybe a place to hide, or a closet, or another room that's hidden that we just don't see.
Yeah, that could be maybe where Ronith was supposed to go.
Possible. There is one other thing about this room that I've noticed. Well, I shouldn't say I noticed. Someone brought to my attention just today. Get a look at this room. Does anything seem to be odd?
There's like a dresser
Not
at the end
just,
of it.
well, yeah, the dresser's there, which raises a few questions. I think that's supposed to be reminiscent of the couch and the TV. And also, if you look at the location of it, this dresser would be blocking off right where the other door would be that goes into the garage.
Oh, you're right.
Not only that, though, what's this? This is dirt underneath the ground, but we have another patch of it right here that doesn't go all the way down. What is this?
Yeah, I know.
Maybe the bathroom portion that we don't know about? Maybe that's the escape? I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's in my house, there's a garage, and then underneath the garage, there's a basement. So maybe that's what it is. Like, there's the garage, probably where they put the cars and everything. Underneath is the basement, but the basement goes way down.
Yeah, this here stands out quite clearly, and so does the dresser and what it may or may not be blocking, for all we know. But this side gap, I want to know more about that and the umbrella now.
Oh, it could be Kare's room, because that's where her room would be.
And it would be blocked off. Oh, it's been removed from even care. That would make sense. Oh.
Yes.
Oh. What the hell was that?
Is that coming from my mic?
Maybe, I don't know. Ominous tones are now appearing in real life? That's not good.
No, just that there's a guy on a really big motorcycle right outside my house, and he's just like revving it.
Okay, I guess that would make sense.
Don't worry, no pets have got mysteries in my life.
Oh, thank God. No, just that noise kind of popped up. I'm like, what the fuck was that? You know. All right, let's keep going here.
This bucket is no need to move around. Just gonna, yeah. And it worked. God, am I gonna be able to get this through? Okay.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, they had the arches of the
This is
gift
working out
plane,
pretty well.
Yeah.
but here there are no arches. It's just like his room. So why did they have arches?
And I'm feeling some doubt because this bucket seems way too
It is weird.
small. But I should not have felt doubt.
That right there should be up there with.
That's a dead kid.
Yeah, that should be up there with "That's a dead kid."
I feel doubt. I should not have felt doubt. There's also that scene in I think Petscop 14 where he talks about how he looked up online to see if the game could be modified, and then he like berates himself for even thinking that. He's like, nah, you're stupid.
People called him stupid.
Yeah, that's my favorite Petscop moment. In the midst of all this creepy shit, we have Paul calling himself stupid.
That's why he always looks both ways. It doesn't necessarily say both ways before crossing the street. I mean, that's the assumption, but it could mean something else.
But he always looks both ways, and in his animation, he was looking both ways, like, just in his room, just, like, walking around looking both ways.
That's right.
He's paranoid now.
What even is his body supposed to be as well?
I think it's like a thorny type of vine, or a stick.
Possible. Okay, Tonith isn't here yet.
Yeah.
Ronith learned from his older brother, Tonith. So is it possible that in this situation, Tonith isn't here yet because he was hit by the car? Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why his brother's paranoid in his other room, looking back and forth at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he has a broken leg for some reason.
You can just imagine him like on his way down to even care. Got hit by a car. Oh fuck.
Nope, never mind.
So what you guys think?
Stop it! Stop!
I'm going to the next one, not to Petscop 1. Nice try, you. We got other fish to fry on this one. But yeah, that ending there with the knocks and the thumping and the sounds of it sounds like someone's pulling a Sharpie across paper to me.
I thought it just like, I don't know, I can imagine that he's in a dark room and he's like covered in trash and just kind of moved the trash around.
It's possible as well if he's been obsessively playing this, yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know what that noise was at the end. We heard a bunch of thumps, some bumps, it sounds like some writing, and then it cuts out. That's it.
Yeah.
It sounds very much like a car door.
It kind of does, yeah. It
No
really does,
sense.
you're right.
It makes no sense at all.
Why would a car door open or close in a room, though? It wouldn't.
Exactly.
It's weird. It really is.
Because like if he was to play, like on an actual PS1, and then he pressed the button to turn off, it would sound like a little click sound, like, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's to steal
No,
another
I mean,
line from this show. That's a mystery.
There were PlayStation consoles that had screens with them and everything, and you know they were portable. I remember seeing that, but why would it be sat in a car?
Maybe you tried to drive away, go somewhere to hide to play it. Who knows? But that raises the question of the editing, and oh boy, there's just so many questions.
What?
What you thinking, Noir?
Derp.
What?
Read Derp's comment.
Read Derp's comment.
Paul's in the
is
garage.
The garage. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because this doesn't necessarily this doesn't necessarily have to be played on a PlayStation. It could be played on a computer if you had the right firmware.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Wait, in Petscop 15, I think they go to the basement and they see a computer with the Petscop website.
We get.
Is there a...
yeah, we get that situation there. We're gonna have to. We got one video before that one, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a very good point.
But is there a car in the garage?
No, that video takes place some point after the kidnapping, so the car is gone because you got to remember no one was there, which explains why the garage door is closed, and that's also the room that Marvin runs into after running to the bathroom. He runs over to there, yeah.
But the door's still locked at that point.
Well, for Paul. Let's keep going. The crazy green screen technology. I just found out the other day I get to play on a mocap set for one of my classes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna love that. I'm gonna put myself through a table.
What does that mean, though?
I'll explain it later.
Okay.
This windmill vanished off the face of the earth. Here's a similar puzzle for you, Marvin. There's 2 pictures of a door. First picture is
Marvin's trying to get into his bed.
He is.
Yeah.
Or is he?
What do you mean by that, man?
Look at the way that he's doing it.
He's walking into it, yeah.
Yeah, he's walking into
can't
it,
just wait.
going up, then across, then
wait.
up,
Thankfully,
then
I
across.
Time out for a moment here.
He's
Yeah.
not trying to get onto the bed.
He's trying to walk in. He's trying
He's
to
showing
navigate.
us exactly what Paul does next.
You're right.
Oh my
There's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
He's
why they're
doing
showing this stuff.
On a different plane.
That was the whole point of this, to show that the videos sync up in that sense. Oh, you crazy. Marvin, you crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's going somewhere.
It's another sync up moment.
Where he's going, that's the question.
There's one thing though, is that like, you know, like the character can't jump. The character can't really like climb into things. So even if he was like trying to get into the bed, this would be his best bet, to just walk into it. Why is like the outside thing was like a bright green, then it changes to
can't
a
just
dark
wait.
green?
Yeah, it's sort of strobing.
Thankfully, I have been
Yeah. Could be the passage of
suddenly
time.
inspired by an idea that is, in a way, similar to the idea that brought me to this house. Because that idea involved pretending something was there that wasn't there. And this idea involves pretending that this door, right here, this one, is open rather than closed.
There's the demo
You can see that
sequence
it's
starting
closed.
again. Yeah. This
But
is someone,
what
yeah,
I'm
someone
going to
took
do,
the audio and
what I
swapped
invite
it in
you
here.
to do as well is I'm going to picture in my head that this door is actually open right now. And if I were to pass through this doorway, what would happen? Would I bump into a door? No, because the door is open, right? I would just keep going into the room that's there. And I happen to know I'm going to walk into the room right now. I'm in the room. I happen to know what this room looks like because I saw it in a demo recording just today. And you can see it
That
too.
demo
I
recording was
assume
seen.
it will be up on the family YouTube along with this video that I'm recording right
The
now.
family YouTube.
You can see what the room looks like in that recording on the right side.
Pick a side,
There's a
Paul.
windmill.
Still gets confused.
Oh,
Yeah, he does. You're right. That's
now.
exactly what
Should.
it is.
On the right side there's a windmill. On the left side there is something that Marvin does not bother to look at, but we will be looking at.
That as well. He knows it's Marvin.
So the question is, what do I do next? If I
Sure,
were in this room right now, would
if you pause it, because that's
I want
actually
to go
something
to the
quite
thing
interesting
that
to
Marvin
know.
didn't look.
Go ahead.
He knows for a fact that it's Marvin that's talking and playing, sorry, in that bit. But sure, he went over and it said on the thing, on the messages, this is a question for you, Marvin. But he knows for a fact it's him. That could have been anyone playing. But he knows it's him.
So
that's what's weird about it. He knows for a fact that it was Marvin's play.
So that means that he was watching a recording previously that did actually play out for him that we got to see, and then he played that section after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a sync up, but at the same time it wasn't a sync up. Weird.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to the right, and I think, so if I go to the right, God, I think I went a little too far, actually. Nope. Well, I think actually what happens here, the problem is that it's a kind of a branching point. I could stop, it could be blocked by the beds, or I could keep going past the beds to the other side of the room. So I could actually be on either side of the room right now. But either way, I guess it doesn't matter. But I'm going to assume I'm on the thing that I got blocked by the beds, and if I go up, just keep going up, there will be a question mark that appears that will let me go and do something. And if I press X, something will happen. And what will happen, I think possibly a text box will open, because that's what happens with the windmill, right? I pressed X, and a text box appeared with text in it that is probably cryptic, and we don't really care too much about it, so we're going to press X a bunch of times to get through all the text, but we can look at it later. And there could be a lot of it, so could be like a book in there, a lot of stuff I don't care about, a lot of it. Or it's not a text box, and it could be literally anything else in the world that happens when you press X. So the next thing I can think to do is just press buttons randomly and chaotically, and hopefully we'll, see some results. So I'm doing that right now. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm being real chaotic right now with the controller.
There goes Paul's scientific method.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking I'm being really productive right now.
That's the best part, is that he thinks he's doing something and he doesn't.
I'm definitely being really productive.
He's being so
just that we
sarcastic.
really-
He's trying to glitch out the game and cause a crash.
Yeah.
He's playing Skate 3.
What are you doing?
Hello, Petscop.
You hear something? You heard that too?
What?
Hang on, let's try this again here.
Look at chat.
Look at
Hello,
what?
Petscop.
Wait, what?
Paul Petscop chaotically pressing buttons, isn't it?
There's a user named Petscop in the channel.
Oh god,
That's
no,
not real.
that's fake.
That's got to be fake. Oh.
No, I know that guy.
Breathe.
That guy's Marvin. I know that. I know him. He's on my server.
Marvin.
He's a little kid from from Florida. Don't worry, he's not real.
Okay, yeah, I was looking at
I
that.
know.
Yeah, the second you said that, I'm like, wait, what?
I was just saying hello.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, hang on here.
I think I'm definitely being really productive.
Because he says something here.
It's just that we can't really
I never caught on before.
see it. Cal, what are you doing?
He has a cat.
He has a cat. Yeah, I've never noticed that before. Cat, what are you doing? So, is he in a... Okay, so he could be still in his house, or he could be out in the garage. Who knows at this point still, but never got that, but I never caught that before.
Playing this game too fucking much.
Yes.
Okay.
I just love how angry he is.
He doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
And so the windmill isn't there. I think I can. So I get blocked by that. I do.
Okay, so we get a jump, and he's doing this again, and now he knows that the windmill is gone. So something's happened between these two recordings to change this room.
Indeed.
Again, we don't know what it is, but it's still occurred.
Like, is he in the room now, or what? Oh, this also brings up a question that I just realized.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this whole time I thought that he'd glitch out the game and he'd put, like, the game itself was displaying the two layers to us, the viewer, but to him he was only seeing what he was doing, like, in the hallway. But what if it's not that, and when he's editing the video, he's putting both of them on top of each other, just to show us, the viewer, what's actually going on?
I think that's exactly what's happening here.
So he's the one, or the family YouTube is the one editing this.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the proprietors want us to see this version of it, and so that's what we're getting.
Yeah.
Get blocked by the beds. And I go up, I think, oh god, I could be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this while I'm talking, so, anyway, where was I? So I've actually seen recordings that it made of me from a year ago, and I had not seen that, recording in the time between, so it was holding on to this thing, and it only decided a year later to play back. There are also recordings that I assume are stored on the CD, or might even be scripted. But in one of the recent videos, this was one that went on the public YouTube. I lost the video. I lost it. I had the audio. The game had the recording. Even there were two parts to this session. It had both of them. It played them back 2 different occasions as demo recordings. I got them, but okay. So here's the thing. Those demo recordings can be different, right? They can be different from when I was playing. So when I caught all those pets and it showed the text,
Yeah.
That was different from what it showed when I was playing.
Really?
It showed something. It happened to line up right perfectly, same number of text boxes and so forth, and also the music wasn't there in the demo. There can be differences, and this was part of what made it seem reasonable that the door could be open. I'm not saying it wasn't still nuts, so I'm going to do this now. So, right, so I'm assuming that triangle is back, but it could be square or circle. I'm going to just do all of them. Okay. I think I can rotate these.
He knows the discs can rotate in different ways as well, which is weird.
Yeah. Also, to answer your question, I live in a giant bucket. We shall see. I'll see what the other guys say. Oh, you found the right one, Paul.
Okay. So, I mean, I could have gone just totally off the rails, by this point. I could be anywhere.
This whole series is off the rails there, Paul.
So attempt 5 was this room over here. And now attempt 6, we're going to try to push a bucket into the other room, going back to this room now. Again, gotta make sure this is aligned exactly.
Anyone else catch that?
What?
Watch when he walks by the
Going
calendar.
back to this room now.
Oh.
Yeah.
He goes behind the calendar. Also, the calendar wasn't the calendar red before? Now it's green.
No, there was 2 calendars, but like there's a red one and a green one, but now there's just one.
That would be. This would be.
Again, gotta make
This
sure
would be
is
Marvin's
aligned exactly
world once
right.
again. That I think that means.
This. Okay. So now this way. And I'm just going to leave it there and see what happens.
Nothing. Like it obviously would.
Turn again.
And now we're in the demo sequence.
This is attempt.
Wasn't he already in the demo sequence?
Yeah. So why is he doing this
Right.
again?
Because basically now he's being scientific about it. He's being methodical.
4, 5, 6. Okay. Now,
There's the paint roller.
okay, hopefully we got it. Alright, now we're on the scary part. 1, 2. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Dear God, he found the sages from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah! Heaven music. Oh yeah, I think.
Working on a map.
Oh,
You can help me if you want, Roxy.
thank you.
You're most welcome. Why are you on your side?
Cause he's tilted.
It's a pen.
Yeah. Sometimes when I make these Petscop videos, I get like bored, so I add in stupid little jokes. Oh, you hear him moving around.
Yep.
Here I am.
Hi, Paul.
A new recording, I guess.
It only changed his name. He still has all the pieces.
The other 2 files are empty.
They killed it.
Situation.
And then, yeah, now we got strange situation. Agreed.
Which is actually a
Deleted
term.
my files.
I believe it's something to do with children.
Really?
It is a specific term.
It's like
Let me look it up.
It's like a psychological thing.
I hope it didn't.
I don't think it's a psychological.
Should I Google it?
It's an evaluation. There you go.
Oh, okay. Do it.
Yeah, it's a psychology procedure.
Okay, this is a shot of the ground. we get the party?
This.
Why would a party be considered a strange situation?
Well, here you go.
Well,
Pause.
nope. Hitting it. Go for it.
Very, very intriguing.
You're reading the strange situation thing?
It's about attachment therapy.
Oh my god.
And so we come full circle once again.
Oh god, read it please.
Go for it.
Well, this is basically an entire thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Essentially, it's about, you know, like making sure that kids are secure and everything like that. Essentially.
Right.
Oh.
Oh, this
Yes.
is gonna be a long read.
I'm guessing though in a strange situation it'd be a situation where you feel insecure about something. Or
It's basically observing. The strange situation is essentially observing someone who's suffering from, you know, attachment disorder. So yeah.
I was gonna go. I was about to make a video where I like call, because I was thinking of starting a Petscop series where I like debunk, you know, theories, and I was gonna debunk the New Maker one, but I guess I can't.
Here you go. Here's the procedure itself. So I'll read this out, and just to cite so we don't get in trouble, this is from simplypsychology.org/Mary Ainsworth. Okay. So the procedure, known as the strange situation, was conducted by observing the behavior of an infant in the series of 8 episodes lasting approximately 3 minutes each. Number 1 is Mother, Baby and Experimenter, which lasts less than 1 minute. The second one was Mother and Baby Alone. 3 is A Stranger Joins the Mother and Infant. Number 4 is Mother Leaves Baby and Stranger Alone. Number 5 is Mother Returns and Stranger Leaves. Number 6 is Mother Leaves Infant Left Completely Alone. Number 7, Stranger Returns. And number 8, Mother Returns and Stranger Leaves.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
Okay.
And basically they score it based on what basically the child does in those situations.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's different attachments, like one where the child is like super scared of leaving the mother, one where they kind of don't care, and there's like a normal one. I don't know what it was.
This is interesting. You have to give this a read later on, I guess. See if we can get this out. Never. That's quite interesting, though. I mean, it kind of syncs up with this here as well because, well, we're going to get into this in a moment. But Paul goes to this party, right? And quite clearly, this host recognizes this person. So, has this person been left alone with a stranger who brought them now?
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
Mother returns.
Oh.
Marvin's in the chat too.
Yeah, that's the guy that was on the Petscop account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you have a theory, Marvin, feel free to post it.
This is that same image of the chair from prior. Okay. So the entire building has been repainted.
Yep.
Previously,
Black.
yeah, it was green, now it's black. Also,
There is no resemblance of Marvin anywhere.
yeah, everything has been changed. So this would be one of those, in many ways, this is a strange situation, yeah.
There's one thing that confused me though, is that the we're in the house, right? So why did the entire layout of the room change? It, you know.
Well, really, it hasn't. It's pretty much the same. The only real difference is that the table that was down here it has now been replaced with, well, it's got cake on it, and we have cake over here instead of a Christmas tree, which, of course, you know, they wouldn't keep all the time. Apart from that, the layout and the rooms themselves are still the same, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, okay, yeah, sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't notice the door that was like behind the cake.
I'd like to find out what the background icon syncs up with here now. Music is playing.
What's that supposed to mean?
Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Time out.
What?
All this dialogue is being stated by the same person, the mother, right?
Yeah.
Do you also notice what the avatar is carrying around?
It's a yellow balloon and
A
hat.
yellow balloon. What if he's
For what I'm
playing as the
thinking-
mother? Okay, well, we just had a jump right there, but what if he's playing as the mother and that was a message directly intended for Paul or someone else?
Well, that's the
who-
thing.
someone who's
The
been-
color yellow has usually been referenced with care.
Yeah.
Well, could be cares.
Blue is the mother. And there's a blue balloon near the piece of cake.
That would make more sense, I guess. Yes.
Yep.
Is that this is either 1995 or it's 2017.
I think this was intended for you, Paul.
He would have known this a lot earlier if he would have actually just examined the red calendar that Tool gave him. Silly Paul.
The discs were removed, but he still remembers them, of course.
What do you mean by removed?
They're not there. They've been removed from the game.
Huh.
Sort of.
I think it's just that they're blacked out. They're probably still there.
That's some rated M for mature language in this game.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. That's why he's saying, what happened, Paul?
I think
Something they didn't want us to hear. Clearly.
I think
What do you think, Paul?
There-
that was based off of a conversation that I had last year on my birthday.
Agreed, though.
Absolutely.
Do you mind if I start some shit?
Uh-oh. What are you gonna do?
Oh, just pause the video real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, go ahead.
If it wasn't
Go ahead.
Alright, so I think, Noir mentioned in his videos, or just a lot, that Jill is the mother,
Right.
but I
That's a
disagree.
possibility.
Yeah. I disagree, though, because when he's, like, calling out to Jill, she's like, no, this is your mommy. Like, I'm the only one here. If her name was Jill, then she would, like, be like, oh, yeah, okay. Whatever, Paul, I'm here, I'm talking to you, I'm right here, dude. But she says, no, there's no one here except for me, and this is your mommy, so, yeah, it's not Jill.
There's definitely something to that there. This is that strange situation that we were talking about before, where he thinks he's with someone. Well, this person who's speaking care believes that they're with Jill, but really they're with someone else. It's a case of mistaken identity, but I don't know how something like that could occur in a situation like this, and how that would... It's almost like as if in the game, how the character's able to desync and move along the demo sequences. What if someone managed to do that in real life?
Ooh.
What if you could walk through a door and no one see it, and then interact with things on the other side that may or may not be there? It's dealing with the hypothetical.
Well, that kind of reminds me of, well, either they're schizophrenic and they're hallucinating, or there's a mental disorder I don't really know much about, but it's like called dissociation. I had a friend with that, and when she would dissociate, she would like not really leave reality, but she'd just like, she wouldn't hallucinate, but she'd just like leave reality and leave her body for a while. Yeah.
It's common in certain. It can be invoked also in certain ways if you do a number of drugs.
Yeah.
Someone who smoked a lot of weed, trust me, I've disassociated more than a few times. Um,
What's it like?
it's a little weird. It can be a very it all depends on how you handle it. It can be very calm or it can be a very disturbing situation. Um,
Hmm.
if
Very much dependent on what your mindset's like at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big chunk of it right there. Quite clearly, um, Care's not having a good ride on this, or seeing things that she or interact. Oh God, it's weird to describe. It's like going to another plane, and in a way, playing a video game is like going to another plane. But now we're having situations where people are able to go to other planes that are on other planes. So it's
Yeah.
disassociation within disassociation we're looking at, which I don't even want to get into the hypotheticals of that kind of shit.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
as someone,
Inception.
Oh.
It's yes, that's actually a great analogy right there.
all right, but Goon, as someone who's experienced dissociation, do you think that what happened right there was dissociating? Like, do you think Paul just fucking lost his mind and like went to a different plane?
It's it's possible. I couldn't say. Maybe the game is the other plane that they're walking into.
Huh.
And maybe this recorded conversation is meant to help Paul understand that that's what happened that day with the argument with Care.
Yeah.
Very possible.
That's all I can really connect on it. But yeah.
But what if, all right, so people, I don't know, maybe I'm like kind of retarded here, but what if Paul wasn't the one who was Care in this situation? What if it was like it was his birthday, Care was there, and then she did all that stuff, and then like his mother or her mother was talking to Care, and it just happened to happen on his birthday, and he was there to see it.
That's very well possible.
That or it just was him in the place of Care at the moment.
Hmm.
If it was a conversation
I
that
think
was
that's.
sorry.
Oh, my apologies. Go on.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, I think that it's the case that it was Paul that it was happening to. Care might not have been involved at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, because he says based off of a conversation that I had.
Oh yeah, okay.
On my birthday, which would have been this year, which would mean that he's.
But he said it
This
was
is-
last year.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, referring to 2017.
Oh yeah, okay.
Let's press on here. We're almost through this section.
Okay.
Just a coincidence. Then that means I'm
Absolutely, Sky Frenzy. Yes.
getting pranked. But I don't know how that magic trick works exactly.
The hell.
Are you noticing that as
Game
well?
froze.
Oh, the game froze. Oh, Jesus. Give it a second.
I'm noticing something else.
What-
I have
What's that?
no feel.
What are you noticing?
Everything's sort of acting up. It's weird.
Like,
Why is it still classing it as walking instead of just, you know? So that's the thing. I don't think the game might have crashed on his end.
Mhm.
For instance, he's trying to input other things and it's not working, but the game is still going because you can still hear him walking.
The audio cue is still playing for it, so
Yeah. So his character may very well still be walking.
Hmm.
I'm feeling very weird. So through Google, I asked the internet, how might one rewrite to a CDR?
My favorite part. Yes.
And the internet's response to that question was, "You idiot. You fucking idiot. What are
Back
you
at the
doing?"
party.
But it also shows,
Some things you
what
can't
he
rewrite.
sort of views the internet as in that regard.
Okay,
Just as something that's constantly negative.
what
Yeah.
is this that he's looking at?
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
Okay, look, judging by the symbol, it's the room with Randus and Wavy,
That's right.
and
That's what that is.
Holy,
yeah. And I think
could that be
that's
that bit that you saw?
yeah, that's the under part I was
This
trying
is
to
the
say.
this is the part that clips down into the ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's confirming it.
Yeah.
That's confirming
Okay,
that this
so-
section is indeed that bit that's below.
This is underground. However,
Okay.
what is this now? This blue block over here.
That might just be the gift plane, cause I don't know, but like not in Petscop, what the hell? In Pokemon, if you glitch the game, you can like walk out into the black zone. Like when you walk into a room in a Pokemon game, and there's like a big black, like empty void space. If you glitch the game, you can walk there, and you can like walk to other rooms in the game.
Interesting.
So
There's also the question of what is the deal with the angle that we're looking at here now. It's almost
yeah,
like if I weren't, if I weren't any smarter, I would say that we're almost looking from a first person point of view here.
A lot of the screenshots are
Mm-hmm.
that we see in the loading screens. Also, thank you for clearing that up. That's actually very helpful.
It's not walking. The name is loose. Yeah.
But yeah. We see that.
Now we get the garage.
So I'm in the garage now.
Never noticed that before.
what, the chair's tipped over?
The chair's lying on its side next to
Oh.
the desk. And
Yeah.
There's the discovery pages.
Speaking of this,
Tarnakop.
Is that a real thing?
this is the website.
It's a real word.
Oh,
For some reason, it's in the game on a computer screen.
With a disc under the monitor.
Oh shit! There is. Oh, it's
Yeah,
no, it's an empty case, isn't it? It's like a
Is it
jewel
a-
This
case
is
kind of
the-
thing.
This is the Your Child page.
is it a floppy disk?
By all the
Because
text.
it's
Wish I could read
No,
it.
it's a disc
square.
case.
yeah. Okay.
Someone brightened up the image again.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that one. It's a disc case.
Jesus.
Hey, look, it's
Moreover,
internet.
what the hell is that symbol?
Moreover, even if this was a series that was made, if this is a series that I have a very serious question about this. If this is a series that happened this year, and this screenshot is from this year, who the fuck uses Internet Explorer these days?
Oh, come on, dude.
It's also on like Windows 2000 or something.
Yeah, it is old software there. But yeah, it is. There's the blue tool. Your child.
This is a different page. I have no idea what's going on anymore. What even is this?
We need to find this website.
walks over to the far end where there's the garage door, and then back out.
Not sure what I'm doing now. Doing this again. Fuck.
That's what you call comedy gold, once again.
Yay.
And so we come to the last video in the series, and we are back at the school. Got to figure out what that... I completely agree with you on there. I agree with you that as well, Noir. That icon on the computer, I want to know what that is. Like, no,
what Derp has found there as well in the comments is, you know, pretty good.
Petscop made in 1997 and 2000. Turnicop crypto
firmware binaries.
Really?
That's what I'm currently looking at.
Interesting.
Care to elaborate on that a bit further, Derp? Or
if there's anything else, of course, we'll take any information. But let's get going in onto this one, the last video for now.
yes.
My parents just got back home, and I'll be right back.
Oh, you want us to pause?
Nah, don't pause. I'll just have to mute myself.
Okay, if you're sure.
Yeah, don't worry. Keep going without me.
Girl. Okay, this is something that I've been thinking of, and it's kind of a weird thing because it has been documented to have happened in the past, where a child is born and their gender is very ambiguous.
Yes.
I can't remember the exact name. I can't cite a page, but I learned about this in like in like year 1, year 2 psychology when I was back in college. In a situation where someone was born with hermaphroditic organs, meaning they had both a penis and a vagina, and the parents upon birth decided, well, we're going to raise them as a boy and have their genitalia altered.
Oh yes, I've heard of this. Yeah.
This, of course, did not go well at all for the child, who ended up years later taking their own life, but that's beside the point.
There's a brother too.
I know it's probably happened on multiple occasions as well. I wouldn't be shocked at all. Is it possible that Paul was born in one of these situations and was raised as a boy, but this is sort of whoever created the game's way at this point, revealing that you may have been a girl, you may have ovaries or a womb for all we know inside. We didn't really look to check.
So you're saying that Paul's a hermaphrodite?
It's possible, or was. I'm sorry if that's transgender or whatever. I'm using the terms that I remember from psychology. I'm sorry if anyone takes offense to any of those terms whatsoever.
It's okay.
Yes.
Okay. But it's just something that's sort of been weighing on me for the last few days while looking at these videos, and it's something I kind of wanted to put out there because I don't know, maybe this is a situation like that.
Huh.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't stated that Paul has met Care and that they're the same age, I would 100% jump on and say, oh, maybe he was Care, but
Well,
I don't know.
People do say that him and Care looked identical, that they were raised, that they were that apparently they were close to one another, or that they knew each other somehow, we've heard, though Paul has no recollection of this other person.
Yeah.
It could be that maybe there was some sort of struggle with the family to raise them as both a boy and a girl. Who knows? I don't know. It intersex. Thank you. If that's the proper term, then that's the proper term. I apologize if but yeah. Anyway, it's just something to think about there. Hey, Paul. Bitch.
It's every time he collects a piece that he gets thrown back. He's like, he just collected one, and it's like...
Yeah, it brings it back to this.
And the audio cue kind of sounds like he's just like running back on his tippy toes.
Oh, interesting as well. No, never mind. No, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, let's say it.
No, I was going to say that when you look at the image of the girl, it looks like she's wearing a large sun hat.
Well, I mean, that's what I thought she was wearing.
I'm trying to figure out the meaning of that there.
There's a sunflower that you depulk in Petscop 3.
Oh, Jesus, it's all connected.
Yeah. Oh, a friend of mine, TT, she's like, she got everything decoded, like a whole document of what each input means.
Right.
And she told me that Paul was typing out the word Marvin, and it's not in table because it's not in the chat like glossary of words, because it's a name.
So it doesn't.
And the reason, yeah. So when Marvin is talking to Paul, instead of saying Paul with the U, he says pal, because pal is a word, apparently. Yeah, and that's why later on you'll see he calls her Belle, like with no E at the end, because Belle is a word.
Right.
Yeah.
So chat would want to autocorrect that sort of thing, but not be able to. That's why it says not in table.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then she calls herself Tiara, and Tiara is a word itself. It's a little crown.
Yeah. So
that's why she can say her name.
Yeah. So is care and there's a number of those names are words. So yeah.
Nightmare Expo might not be with us, but he is with us in spirit. Because look down, there's a Nightmare Expo video.
Yeah, it's cut off on the video to YouTube, but yeah, we got the
yeah. Oh, okay.
Who or what is Stephanie Lawson Stevens? Belle walked into a wall there to begin with.
Oh. And when she talks, she's got a little bell thing.
So, wait a minute. Wait.
What?
Shouldn't the inputs not matter whatsoever if there's a typo? Even if it's a proper name?
Wait, what do you mean?
It said not in table because the word Marvin is not a recognized word, right? It's a proper noun. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Belle and Tiara are recognized because they're words.
Yeah.
That means that the game could essentially censor you and prevent you from saying something. Again, we're seeing limited viewpoint. Who knows what could have been attempted to be said in the past, and the game could have simply changed it.
Yeah. But at the same time, because, it displays what buttons you press.
Right.
like if someone was really determined and if you wrote something out and then it says not in table, they could like remember what buttons you pressed. Of course, they'd have to like really memorize what you pressed, and then they could try to translate what it says.
That's true. It also recognizes it recognizes certain words. Also, that means that the game actually recognizes the word hell. Huh. That's weird.
Also, can I just read something that one of my friends sent me?
Absolutely, go for it.
All right, because so she just said, I have no clue about anything about Petscop, but I like the language thingy they have. The little inputs. I think it's Morse code, and then she like, does dots and dashes.
That'd be a clever
That's
way.
what they. Yeah, that's what they look like, but I don't think the actual inputs matter. It just matters if it's a dot or a dash. Though it looks more like a she says 0 dash 0 dash dash 0 0.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You have to play with that theory a little bit. That sounds plausible. I kind of like that.
Though I'm gonna try my best to find in the Petscop hub on my server the document that TT left there. 'Cause she did everything, but it's way up in the history.
I'm sure you'll be able to find it.
Yeah.
The fuck is a nifty?
Press 50. Press 50. If we look at her inputs, we might find out.
What if nifty is another typo?
Yeah, because it's auto-correcting her.
If it's auto-correcting her or forcing them to say something else, to use another word to recognize it. It would be a weird name, though, probably.
Though if it's an actual button on the controller, I don't know what it would be. She says press nifty.
Nifty.
Guys, I got it.
You found it?
Yeah, she sent it to me.
I wasn't pissed off that someone took this and immediately turned the markings into loss. I was just slightly disappointed in all of you.
There's a guy on my server that, did that.
Of course they did.
But he did it with, bricks in a house.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah.
And again, we're in the demo reel, so... Weird. And that's the end. For now. No, stop. I don't want you to go next one. Nope, roll down, roll down. Take that. You can't, if I don't see it, it won't go there. Oh, that actually worked. I can't believe that. Anyway. So.
Yeah?
That was interesting. Really, I think we're at one of those points where we've been left with a big question mark here at the end, trying to figure out what the fuck is Nifty, what is this, why is he able to edit the world now, essentially, and what is this going to lead to? If that means if this means the game can be edited from within, There's so many questions. This leads to this leads to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've done it. We actually made it through. And
until there's another episode.
Until the next episodes, of course, and then we can come back here and put up another video. But yeah, we've done it. We're left with a lot of questions, but that's sort of the point. Okay, so is there anything else we want to discuss on this video or Petscop in general at this point?
Yeah, I got the document and I sent it in the chat.
Excellent.
Are you able to, like, we could look at it all together? Because honestly, I don't really understand it.
I could try to put it, whoop, okay, it's taken over my screen, and that's a download.
Yeah.
Let's just see if I can do this. One moment here.
It's the Word document. Do you have that?
Oh yeah, I got it here.
Good.
Petscop typing system chart with diagram. Good job they did, Jesus.
Yeah, but like, are you able to put on the screen so the whole, like, everybody can see it?
That's sort of what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm doing there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But
So
on
down.
Rabbit, on Rabbit, because I use it quite often, there's if you take a picture and you drag it in on like the tab that you're sharing on, you know, the tab will like show you the picture that you dragged onto it.
Unfortunately, a bunch of the icons don't work on my computer. That's not good.
Yeah. But like, if you take screenshots of each page and then you drag it onto the tab that you're sharing, it will work.
What I can do for sake of ease for other people is I can actually put this in the Discord, and I can actually put a link to a Dropbox that contains this on my Twitter.
Yeah.
That way everyone can get a copy of it. So if
it's not my document. It's TT's document.
I absolutely, yes. This is TT's document. Absolute and 100% credit will be given to TT66. I'm not.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of this. We didn't do any of this. This is from TT. This is from Double T. But yeah, it has all the phonetics and everything in here that someone's managed to decode, which is really impressive, I gotta say.
A 14-year-old did this, man. That's fucking 14-year-old.
That's awesome. That's absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Indeed it is.
So if we look through this, we could tell what we could like go back and look at what Nifty was.
Well,
if you like.
I'm gonna save this and put it over, but this is definitely. This is definitely something worth analyzing and going through the previous entries with.
Yeah.
But like, if you just like, I guess scroll up and pause to when the entire word is like in the screen, maybe we could right now decode what it says.
If we want to try to do that?
Yeah.
For Nifty?
I would have.
Well, no, Nifty wouldn't have been a typo from Paul is the thing. Nifty would have been a typo from Belle, and we don't... Wait, do we see her inputs? We do.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my god, that's right. Oh my god. Okay, sorry, I'm dense.
No, it's okay, dude.
Let's see what Nifty might have stood for.
Yeah,
okay.
So...
Come on, give him shit.
He types in the word Nifty.
He puts the word in Nifty. Okay, so... L2 square. Let's see what she starts up with here. No. Player. 1. Press. Okay, so let's look at the inputs, because they do get cut off at the end of the screen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that is a bit of a issue, but we do have... Damn it! Thought I had it, sorry.
It's okay, just like...
Oh my god. I'm gonna punch myself in the dick.
No!
There we go, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look here. R2 square...
I don't see anything associated with R2.
Is it R2 or L2?
Oh, that's an L2. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
It helps if I read properly.
L2 square is N.
So you can get the N from funny, so that's one there.
Yeah.
Then
R1.
R1 triangle.
I.
That would be an I.
Then there's R2.
R2 and down.
R2 down is V.
R2 down is
N.
V.
Yeah. And then there's R1. Fuck, it like cuts.
It does cut off, unfortunately, but we do have the first three letters. N, I, V.
Yeah.
Niv. I got nothing. But the next one starts with an R2, so it could be either a... Okay, so hang on a second here. N.
Would it be the circle? No.
V. It could be Niv T. Someone's suggesting Asalon. It could also be. It could either be a. Well, it starts with an R2 and that turns into what looks like a round button.
Yeah. The only problem is that, like, you know, the square and the triangle are round buttons too, and then we don't know what's on that round button.
Yeah. So it could be triangle, square, circle, or X.
Yeah.
So that leaves it to T, U, P, and B. Well, N-I-V-T, and maybe there's something else. Nirvana. No. As it turns out, this whole game was just an incredibly roundabout way for Marvin to get back his Nirvana album.
Yes.
This whole series smells like Teen Spirit.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is something to play with later on, definitely. Okay, but we do have one other thing we need to discuss before we go.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so do we want to reconvene in 2 weeks and start doing Hi, I'm Mary Mary?
Yes.
Or do we want to...
Good with that.
Okay, that sounds good. And if we find anything in regards to this translation key, I'm going to go through a bunch of the words to see if anything else comes up. Because I have a feeling that we're missing something, that there might be a few others that might be tweaked that aren't right.
I have an idea, though, for, I guess, decoding the nifty thing. If you scroll up just like, I mean, if you go back in the video just a few seconds, she could be in a different position where it doesn't exactly cut out what she's saying.
I think she's in the same place, but we could try that there. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to right about there. Press. Whoa, timeout.
What?
R2 and down arrow.
Isn't that the V? I already said
Yeah,
that,
that's
I think.
I'm sorry, yep, that's right. And then she's in the same position, so it's still cut off.
Okay. Then it's R2 and circle again.
Or some sort of round button,
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we have some stuff to play with, and it sounds like in 2 weeks we're all hyped for some Hi, I'm Mary Mary then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a hell of a thing, and I'm looking forward to reconvening once again. I want to thank everyone for joining. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that immediately. Does anyone else have anything else they want to add?
No.
No?
That's a dead kid.
That's a done stream.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be back here again in 2 weeks. I want to thank everyone for joining us here. Everyone in chat, you guys are so awesome when it comes to helping us and pitching ideas. I absolutely love having you guys here. And of course, if you're watching this as a replay, thank you for going through and watching this stuff and keeping up with us and supporting us and all that and everything. I want to thank Roar and Roxy for joining us, and of course, the lovely Noir Aski. Aski? I always have trouble.
Just say Noir, dude.
It's Noir. He's just that cool guy who comes here and joins me every couple of weeks.
Or if you want, you can call him Black, because Noir's.
I'll just stick with Noir. I think we'll just stick with Noir on that one there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanna thank everyone again. I'm the Goon. This has been another episode of the Theory Triquetra, and until next time, we'll see you around.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye.
We're dead. Save me, please. I'm trapped in a basement.